Hello and welcome. My name is Philip Maurer. I'm a project manager for innovation at SEN and Senelec. And today I've prepared a couple slides for you on the integration of research and innovation with standardization. So basically we'll be talking about what standards can do for research. We're just going to get right into it. As many activities with SEN and Senelec, R&I is deeply embedded into the Strategy 2030. Particularly goals 1, 3, and 4. The integration of European standards into research and innovation increases the recognition of the European standardization system and the strategic value of said system. The application of SEN and Senelec deliverables, such as CWAs, so SEN and Senelec workshop agreements, and focus groups creates opportunities for research and innovation projects to tap into the standardization world, benefiting everyone involved. And finally, it also strengthens the European research area in general. So projects like Horizon Europe, Horizon 20, or European research agencies as a whole. That being said, SEN and Senelec faces a multitude of challenges in establishing the link between research and innovation and standards. For example, we have observed an ever shorter time to market and faster innovation, which in turn leaves less time for standardizers to connect with researchers prior to market entry. We have observed a continuing digital transformation of industry in line with Europe's digital and green transition. And as such, SEN and Senelec must also follow up with the digital transformation of standards and standardization. We have also observed the continuous growth of private and publicly funded research and innovation, which ensures that there are more areas, more sectors, more technologies that must be covered with standardization. And we have also seen that there is a younger generation of researchers and innovators as a whole. These in turn are less aware of the standardization options available to them and what standards can do for their research, and that thus are less likely to consider standardization in their research. And finally, we have also observed that companies are increasingly going direct to the market without first obtaining patents, figuratively cutting out the middleman, again, leaving less time for standardizers to connect with the researchers prior to market entry. These all present a challenge for SEN and Senelec, and to address these challenges, SEN and Senelec has observed 3 points of focus, being building of system capacity, linking with research projects at all possible levels, and the engagement with researchers and innovators as a whole. In terms of building system capacity, we are exercising best practices to involve research consortia in standardization. We are also applying fast-track processes, so to speak, via CWAs to improve the track towards standards for researchers. And we are currently also drafting a guide on technology transfer that will be available on our website shortly. In terms of linking with research projects, we have in the past and currently analyze and screen Horizon Europe calls, or in the past Horizon 2020 and FP7. We screen these for relevance to standardization and try to connect these with relevant technical committees or national members. This is in part done with a technical body liaison mechanism, which allows the research consortia to directly interact with technical experts and gain inside knowledge. We also assist researchers in identifying standardization needs in their projects. And if these projects produce tangible research outcomes that are relevant to standardization, we can feed this information directly into the TC work programs. And finally, we also actively engage with researchers and innovators where possible. We do this generally with research-intensive organizations, but we also regularly upload success stories to our website, Standards Plus Innovation, where researchers talk about benefits standardization brought to their projects. We also annually award projects, researchers, and young researchers for their contributions to standardizations, and we offer standards as a technology transfer tool. To help visualize the process of research to standards, we have developed a flowchart divided into 3 segments. call for proposals, a segment on the research projects themselves, and then the entry into the standardization system forming the third segment. So this is generally based on a widespread call for research proposals like Horizon Europe, where these gather inputs from research and then release the call for proposals which potentially address standardization. These calls are then responded to with project proposals submitted, which leads to the research projects phase, where the selected research consortia then either already involve our national members in some way and thus have the direct access to standardization, or in turn, we establish these connections with either the national members or the technical committees via a liaison mechanism. And this is what provides the entryway into the standardization. This is where we can also provide the CWAs to link the research projects with standards. And then again, if these projects produce tangible results, we can feed these directly into the TC work programs, which in turn start the production of European standards. In terms of engaging with the research and innovation community, we have explored various activities both in the past and present. For example, one of these is the STAIR for Security project, which is Standards, Innovation and Research for Security. This was a Horizon 2020 project which disseminated evidence of correlation between standardization and innovation, and transferred the idea of an integrated approach to all SEN and SEN-like members and research communities. In a similar vein, we ran the research project Bridget 2 in cooperation with our German member Dean. Bridget 2 based on the original project Bridget, which bridged the gap between research, innovation, and standards. And the idea of Bridget 2 is to fully engage the research and innovation community with standardization and position standardization as a tool to facilitate market uptake of research and innovation projects. This in turn led to the creation of the Standards and Innovation platform or website. As mentioned earlier, here we upload our success stories from researchers and standardizers, but it also provides a platform with relevant information and news that researchers can utilize to bring standards into their research. And finally, as mentioned earlier, we annually host the Standards Plus Innovation Awards since 2019, this year with awards going to our Luxembourgish, German, and Dutch members. We are also moving into the forefront with so-called Foresight Activities. This comes as a result of exploring international and national developments in this Foresight sector. And we are looking to combine various methods and activities and various results to produce tangible links between research results and standardization by creating a widespread European level activity on foresight actions. We also regularly screen the Horizon Europe calls for standardization relevance and connect these with relevant TCs or national members where possible. And as of 2021, we are also submitting 5 new standardization opportunities per quarter to the technical boards. Below, you can see the topics that were produced for the first 3 quarters, with the topics for Q4 being currently produced. And as you can see, these cover a range of areas and sectors such as agriculture, health informatics, data, and sustainability. We also annually cooperate with the Joint Research Center with the Putting Science into Standards workshop. This is a seminar with experts, researchers, and standardizers to discuss the chosen subject and the potential opportunities for standardization. This has been hosted annually since 2013 and virtually in 2021 as a webinar. And in the past, these workshops have led to various stages of success, multiple times creating focus groups on the discussed technologies, with the first focus group being created in 2014 as a result of the hydrogen technologies workshop. In 2019, a focus group on quantum technology was established, which is still active. And this year's topic, Organ on a Chip, also led to the creation of a focus group, which will begin its activities next year. That was all I had to discuss today. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions regarding this presentation or regarding research and standards, please feel free to contact me or my colleagues at any time. And if you need support in future regarding the involvement of standards and research, we will also gladly help you then. Thank you very much.